My fellow Americans, we all did it with the grace of God and your prayers.
The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before.
Will we really be enacting Project 2025? Yes, I've already made that clear.
There will be retribution against all those who have promoted evil in this country.
And tranny.
When we take power, they need to be given the death penalty.
That there are only two genders, male and female.
And I'm so proud to call him my president.
Not like I just woke up one day and I was like, wow, I want a pair of titties. That's not how that worked. It's not that simple. It's because I feel like I am, and I know that I am. I am a 29-year-old tranny living in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'm also a drag performer. I've been doing drag for about 7 years now, and I've been transitioning coming on to May 3 years.
Why did you start transitioning?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Drag kind of opened up my eyes that there were other trans people around me that I just didn't really know about. So there was a lot of emotions and feelings tied to my gender identity. I never felt confident in my body. Growing up, I lived as a gay male until about the age of 25, 26, 25. And I still just felt like shit. And I was in a relationship for 5.5 years that kind of after some time I was like, I don't really want him to view me as a guy. So I was kind of experimenting around with my gender identity, going out to drag shows and dressing up in a different way. I used they, them pronouns for a second, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to transition. But I mean, it's always been a part of me. There's actually a funny story. My mother used to take me to a Christian daycare. I was 3 years old. My brother was 4 at the time. We're both trans. Our genetics need to be studied. I was throwing a fit. And I wasn't the type to really throw a fit, but I was throwing a fit because I wanted to wear my brother's dress. And my mom was like, no, you can't. And I was screaming and hollering, and eventually in her motherly way, she said, fuck it. And she threw me in the dress, took me to daycare, gave them a change of clothes, and was like, here he is. You can have him change if you want. I didn't, because I was going to put up a fight, and I didn't want to. And so when she came back, they kind of ostracized her for having me in a dress. And she was like, oh, that's not my fucking problem. And so she pulled us out of daycare. So it's kind of always been a part of me in some way or fashion. I've always wanted to be petite and feminine and cute. But I didn't really fully accept it until I was actually mentally able to.
How do people react when you...
I mean, my family is kind of fucked. So they kind of were already expecting it. I think the ease into the gay thing and then into me being a drag performer helped. So I had already a sense of community before through drag that a lot of people really loved it. It is not so simple as one day you wake up and you're like, wow, this is what I want for myself. So it took me a year to actually really accept it and start it. Even doctors, at the start of my transition, my nurse practitioner was like, how long have you been feeling this before we even started? Do you want to start it?
How does it feel to be transitioning?
It's a double-edged sword to be transitioning. Because on one hand, I have the people who support me and they love me and they know what I am and they see the work that I fucking go through to do it all. On the other hand, it's kind of like a war. So I feel like I'm constantly trying to prove myself to people that don't know me. A part of it is being able to look at myself and know myself and have that confidence, but we're fucking human. We're not always gonna have that every day. But I wouldn't change it. I enjoy it. The public perception of me is interesting. Whenever I went to go vote in the recent election, the polling lady was like, "Oh, I didn't know you could vote." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She said, nothing. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She said, "It's an awful world. I'm just surprised." And I was like, "Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't vote."
All right. So what's the best part about being you?
I'm fantastic. I hate this term of people kind of like going up to me and being like, "Wow, you're so brave," but it's like, I kind of am.
Oh, she's a lady. Yeah. She's a lady. From her eyes to her lips, down to her fingertips. She's a lady. Oh, she's a lady.